Hey guys, Sean here again. I just did the Batman ranking. Now I'm gonna do the Superman ranking. Um, some of them I don't own, and you can kind of tell why when I do this list. Um, one of which I don't own because it's still in theaters, which is Batman v Superman. But I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into the rankings. Okay, number 8. Pretty much like the Batman movies. 8 movies. Number 8 is Superman 3. Oh my god, this movie was. Oh. Okay. We have a villain who's not even Lex Luthor. We have a villain named Ross Webster, who basically just wants to get a monopoly on everything so he can pretty much own everything with Tito. Then we have a non-funny guy, Richard Pryor, playing this character named Gus Gorman, who's basically trying to embezzle money from his company just to get just to make the supercomputer, etc., etc., etc. And basically, Superman's barely even in the damn thing. Same with Lois Lane. She's barely in the movie too. This movie is more of a Richard Pryor movie than it is a Superman movie, and that's one of the reasons why I hate the damn movie. The only things I think that actually work in this movie the only thing that were actually good in this movie, I think, was the idea of having Superman go back to Smallville and potentially rekindle his relationship with Lana Lang. That I thought was interesting. The other thing I thought was interesting but not done very well though was the idea of Superman being evil. Because if you watch the Geek Evolution video, Superman, the Geek Evolution Superhero rerun, they even say that the whole evil Superman thingy would have been a good idea to see what Superman would be like if all his internal built up rage or whatever came to light. You know, the idea of him not being able to live like a human because he spends so much time as their protector. Okay, that would have been awesome to see for an evil Superman, but we don't get it. So that's why I don't like Superman 3. There's a couple things there I thought were interesting, but the movie itself is just a bore fest. Okay, number 7, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Now I know what you're going to say. Why is 4 ahead of 3? I'll tell you. Why? Because even though the effects are shit and the story makes no sense, it still has the original cast. All of them. Well, for the most part. Okay, we have Christopher Reeve back, and he's the fucking focus of the movie. We have Lois Lane back, and she's the fucking focus of the... Well, not really the focus, but she has a large role in the first 2 movies. We fucking have Gene Hackman back as Lex Luthor. And we have Jackie Cooper back, although not for very long, not for very much, because this is the whole subplot of the Daily Planet being bought out by this billionaire guy. Okay. But, yeah, aside from the effects being total shit, this movie is a lot better than the third movie, but not by much. So, basically the plot is that this kid writes a letter to Superman to get rid of all the nuclear weapons while Lex Luthor breaks out of prison with his nephew, played by John Cryer. Oh my god, thank God, for 2.5 Men 13 years later, or 16 years later, whatever. Because I'm sorry, John Cryer, you suck in this movie, dude. I don't blame you, but you just suck in this movie. So thank God for 2.5 Men later on. So, hang on. So, anyway. But yeah. Superman launches nuclear missiles in space. And then Lex Luthor creates Nuclear Man. Okay. Boring. Anyway. Number 6. Superman Returns. Oh god. Okay, I don't blame Bryan Singer this, because he wanted to make a movie that would be more like the Donner film, the original Donner film. I can commend him for that. But the movie is long as hell, boring. It's a boring movie. The set designs don't even match the original movies, and I know they want to, and I get they want to try and update them. That's fine. But come on, dude, you could at least make it match. Hell, even Red Dragon did that. Red Dragon was able to recreate Lecter's prison detail by detail. And you couldn't even do that for Superman Returns. You couldn't recreate the Daily Planet detail by detail. That's pretty sad, man. That's pretty sad when a guy who gets hated on for directing X-Men 3 can do better detail recreation than you can. That's pretty sad. But yeah, I don't blame the actors though. They try, just like Bryan Singer does try. The only actor I think who's awesome in that movie is Kevin Spacey. And I kind of wish they would have brought him back for Batman v Superman. Hell, anyone would have been better than Jesse Eisenberg. But, hang on, let me get to that. Okay. And then, so that was number 6. So number 5. Okay, number 5. Now, Superman 2, the theatrical cut, the Lester version, as I call it. Okay. The movie itself is not bad. Okay? But the problem is Richard Lester. I'm sorry, Lester. You suck at making Superman, dude. You even said yourself you're not a fan of Superman. But a lot of the scenes he put in the movie are just they're fine. But the problem with this version is the over-reliance on comedy, the lack of Marlon Brando, and the random extra powers that the Kryptonians seem to have. Okay? And a lot of the stuff that Lester put in, it just felt like filler, like just to pad out the runtime. You know, and that's fine. That's okay. And so, okay, that was number 5. So number 4, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yes, I said I was going to do this one in both ranks because both technically fits in both movies. So if you want to know why it's this high, just watch my Batman ranks. Just watch my Batman ranking video and you know why. Okay? Okay. Number 3. Superman the movie. Now I know you're going to ask, why is Superman the movie ranked so low? I will tell you why. Because it is better than all the other movies I mentioned. Okay? But it's not as good as the first 2 movies in the list. And the movies number 1 and 2. Now, I like Christopher Reeve's Superman. I think he's a great Superman, okay? You know, he plays the role perfectly, okay? I have nothing against this cast, okay? This movie is a great film. I actually enjoy watching this movie. It's one of my favorites. That's why it's so up on this list, okay? But there's just stuff I told my friends is one of the main problems I have with this version of Superman that I don't have with the Man of Steel version. I'll get to that movie. And you know what? I'll just mention it when I do the Man of Steel movie. But other than the small problems I have, it's a great film. It's one of the best Superman movies we've gotten so far. I honestly think this series should have stopped at the first 2 movies and then do the Donner cut. Because 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, and Returns all suck. I'm sorry. If you guys enjoy those 3, have at it. This is far better than both. And all 3 of those. Number 2. The Richard Donner cut. Okay? I think the Donner cut is the better version of Superman 2. And yes, I'm counting the Donner cut as its own movie. That's why I have 8 spaces instead of 7. The Donner cut, in my opinion, is its own movie. The Donner cut, I think, is the best version of Superman 2 because it's a lot tighter, it's more focused, and it has the same tone as the first movie, and it does feel more cohesive with the first movie than the Lester version does. So, yeah. Number 1, Man of Steel. Okay. I actually think this is the best Superman movie we've had. Why? Because it focuses on his Kryptonian. It focuses more on the Kryptonian, on his human and Kryptonian origins. And this actually gives us a Superman who's conflicted. Okay? We didn't really get that with the Reeve films. I like the Reeve films. I'm just saying. And not to mention, this movie does what Batman v Superman would eventually do 3 years later. This actually has people asking themselves, what would we do if we were confronted by a guy like this on our planet? Would we just all blindly embrace him? No! we would question his method and why he was here. That's what I like about this Superman, and why I like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is because this Superman is more realistic. This is what would happen. This is the Superman what would happen if he was brought in our world. So anyway, that's my ranking of the Superman franchise and the Batman franchise in the other video. Hope you enjoyed both videos, and I will catch you guys in my next video.